Hi friends, my name is Akil Ahmed, and in this particular video tutorial I will show you how to disable the stretch database functionality for an on-premises SQL Server database table. So in my last video you have seen how to enable the stretch database functionality for a particular on-premises SQL Server database table. So actually the stretch database functionality is used to move your data from an on-premises SQL Server to the Microsoft Azure platform. So suppose if you have huge data and if you want to move that data to the Azure platform, then you can do that by using the stretch database. So I have SQL Server 2016 edition installed on my machine, and you can see that the icon of the test data is a bit different as compared to the other databases. So stretch database functionality has been enabled for this particular database. So to verify that, right click on the database, go to the task, and then select the stretch, and you can click on monitor. So if you click on monitor, so you can see that in this particular database I have a table city on which the stretch functionality has been enabled, and out of 5 records, all 5 records are in the Microsoft Azure. So let's see how we can disable the stretch functionality on this particular database table. So first of all, expand the database and then expand the tables. So this has only one table, city. So to disable the stretch functionality, first we need to disable the stretch functionality on the SQL Server table, and then we need to disable the stretch functionality on the SQL Server database. So right click on the table and then select stretch, and then you can click on the disable. So under the disable there are 2 options: bring data back from Azure and leave data in the Azure. So if you click on the leave data in the Azure, so it will disable the stretch functionality right now, and the data that is right now in the Azure, it will be residing in the Azure, but the new data that will be added to the SQL Server table, it will reside locally. However, if you will click on the bring data from Azure, then all data that currently exists in the Azure for this particular table, the data will be pulled from the Microsoft Azure and it will come to the local SQL Server instance. So in this particular example, I am going to bring data back from Azure. So once I will click that, it will tell us that make sure that you have sufficient storage on your local machine so that your drives won't go out of space. So I click yes, I have enough space on my machine. So now it's disabling the stretch on the SQL Server table. So it has successfully disabled the stretch thing on the SQL Server instance. So click on the close. So this particular monitor screen shows the number of records, whether they are in the Azure or they are local. So right now they are in the Azure side, but as I have already disabled the stretch thing on the city table, so these records should be pulled back to the local rows. So now you can see that the entry for the rows in the Microsoft Azure has been removed. It means that the rows have been pulled from the Microsoft Azure to the local machine. Now you can disable the stretch on the test database. So right click on the test database, go to the task, and then select stretch, and under the stretch click disable. So it has successfully disabled the stretch functionality on this particular database. So now you can see that the database icon has been changed as well, and if you right click and go to the task, so the option for the monitor is disabled because stretch thing has been disabled, and now we have option only to enable the stretch thing. So this is how we can disable the stretch functionality on a particular database table. So if you create a new SQL query, and if you try to select data from the city table, and if you have clicked on the include actual execution plan, and if you execute the query, so if you check the execution plan, so now you can see that the 100% cost of the query has been taken by the table scan operators. So now no remote query is running, so all data has been picked from the local machine. So it means that the stretch functionality has been completely disabled on the test database. So this is how we disable the stretch functionality on a particular local on-premises SQL Server database table. So thanks guys for watching the video, and if you like the video, then please click the like button and do subscribe to our channel to see more videos on SSIS and related technologies. Thank you so much.